Hey there, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we have a unique analysis of the current Australian job market scenario. I'll be breaking down the latest numbers of employment and unemployment rate, the situation in each Australian state, how to identify job scams, and much more. So, grab a pen and paper because you will not want to miss a single second of this power-packed episode. Let's get started. My name is Leah, and this is the Australian Corner. The current scenario. In the latest report by the Australian Bureau of Statistics, Australia's job market showed continued resilience as employers added 32,600 new jobs last month. It means that almost 33,000 people got a job in June. This growth comes despite a recent increase in the interest rates. Employment rate. First of all, let's make it clear the classification of being employed. Employed includes people who are in a paid job for 1 hour or more in a week. Australia has achieved over 14 million people working in June. As we can see in the chart, the number of employed people has been increased since October 2021, with some variations but with no major decline. Another important information is that considering the last 5 years, May 2020 was the month that presented fewer people working in Australia. At that time, over 12 million people were in the job market. Now, the question is, where are there more people working in Australia? I'm going to show you the ranking based on the population ratio that measures employment relative to the size of the population. Here we go. In the last position, Tasmania with 60.3%. Next on the list is South Australia with 61.6%. Queensland comes next with 64.1%. Position number 5, New South Wales with 64.2%. Number 4 on the list is Victoria with 65.1%. In the top 3 is Western Australia with 65.7%. In second place, it's Northern Territory with 70.2%. And now, the state with more people employed in Australia is the Australian Capital Territory with 70.3% of its population working. Unemployment rate. Now, let's check out the definition of the word unemployed. Unemployed includes people who are not in a paid job but who are actively looking for work. The unemployment rate for June was recorded at 3.5%, which was in line with expectations. But how does the unemployment rate is calculated? Let's check it out on the screen. To find the unemployment rate, we use the number of employed people and the number of unemployed people. When we sum up these two groups, we have the labor force. Then we have the following formula. The unemployment rate is equal the number of unemployed people divided by the labor force, which is employed plus unemployed, multiplied by 100. Using numbers, in June, we have the following situation. Unemployment rate is equal unemployed people divided by labor force multiplied by 100. As a result, we have 3.47%. If we round up, it will bring the number to 3.5%. Now, let's see the chart on the screen to illustrate the scenario. As we can see, the unemployment rate has been fluctuating in the last few months. It's been between 3.5 to 3.7%. Another interesting fact, it is the highest peak we can see in the chart. In July 2020, the unemployment rate reached 7.6%. You probably know that it was mainly because of the effects of COVID-19 in that year when lockdowns, curfews, businesses closed, and other measures that were implemented. Another important data is that more than 1 million jobs have been created since the pandemic, exceeding population growth. Well, before we checked where more people are employed in Australia, and now let's have a look at where more people are looking for work. In the last position, New South Wales with 2.9%. Next on the list is Northern Territory with 3.3%. Tasmania comes next with 3.5%. Next, there is a tie between Queensland and Western Australia with 3.6%. Victoria comes next with 3.7%. And in the second place is Australian Capital Territory with 3.9%. And now, the state with more people looking for work is South Australia with the 4.2% of unemployment rate. Underemployment rate. One more important data, it's about the underemployment rate. But what does it mean? According to the Reserve Bank of Australia, underemployment occurs when people are employed but would like and are available to work more hours. There are two categories of underemployed people defined by the ABS. First, part-time workers who would prefer to work additional hours. Second, people who usually work full-time but are currently working part-time hours. In June, The unemployment rate remained the same compared to last month, with 6.4%. Alright guys, pay attention now. It's been a moment that the prices have been increased. There are a lot of people looking for a job, looking for ways to make extra money. There are more people coming to Australia. It's been tough, it's been challenging, I know. So you have to be careful with a lot of scams that are out there regarding job opportunities. And now I'll give you 10 signs on how you can identify fake job offers. Job scams, how to identify them. Sign number 1, requests for personal information or money up front. Be aware of money-related requests for medical checks, work pass applications, or training fees. Also, when you're using messaging platforms, stay alert when they request your personal information, such as mobile number or ID photo. Sign number 2, lack of official company information. There is no website or official corporate social media account associated with the company can be a strong sign of a scam. Make sure you check what the company is and try to find details about it. Lately, it is quite impossible for any organization not to have a website or be active on social media. Sign number 3, the job is too good to be true. Be aware that those offers come with a high pay rate that is not compatible with the role. Also, other situations like a job offer promise unusually high compensation for minimal work or require no specific skills or qualifications. Sign number 4, you didn't apply for the job. I understand that sometimes we can be desperate for a job and we start applying for many opportunities without noticing what the job is. Ensure you record and register the jobs you have applied for. Then you will remember in case someone contacts you. Sign number 5, non-business private contact methods. It might happen that the job offer was sent from a personal email, a no-reply email, and not from an organization domain, as a real hiring manager have a company email address. Also, when you receive a message through WhatsApp or SMS, check the phone country code. DDI is compatible with the country where you live. In this case, Australia is +61. Sign number 6, pressure to make quick decisions. Scammers often employ strategies to create a false sense of urgency, pressuring job seekers into making hasty decisions. They may falsely claim that the position is highly sought after or insist on immediate action to secure the job. In contrast, reputable employers recognize the significance of granting candidates sufficient time to assess their options. Sign number 7, the job description is unclear or too short. Usually, a real job description presents a full detailed job opportunity. It also shows information about the company, what they expect from you, what you can expect from them, and so on. Sign number 8, grammar in job descriptions. Be alert for job advertisements or text messages that have poor use of the English language, containing numerous typos and grammatical errors. However, be strict when you're checking a job ad, mainly now that artificial intelligence have been used to make descriptions more professional and it can be tricky to identify. Sign number 9, communication platform. Stay alert if the communication channels are limited to social media and messaging platforms like Facebook, WhatsApp, and others. Usually, important companies might have formal ways to communicate with job applicants. Sign number 10, link in the message and email. Many messages sent by scammers can come with a link requiring you to click to find more information about the job position, pay a fee, receive a package with materials, and so on. So, be careful and do not click until you make sure what the message is about. And these 10 signs are red flags to watch out for in order to avoid being caught by a scammer. Alright guys, this video was full of information about the job market in Australia. If you want to know more about it or have any questions, comment below. Remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more updates. Also, remember to follow us on our social media. Thanks for watching, see you next video.